What is up, YouTube? We are filming another video for the MastroFutures Beginners 3.0 series, okay? Prop firms and live accounts we're going to go over, and the truth about risk management is going to be in this video. So this is going to be another educational video for you guys and girls if you are beginner traders, so I recommend to watch it. So let's get started. Yeah. All right, as you can see, and like I said, this is going to be going over prop firms or live accounts. The truth about risk management, okay? Let's go to the next slide. I need to get myself out of the way here. Hold on a second. Okay, first slide is going to be going over what is margin and leverage. So when we are talking about margin and leverage, this is where most beginners get trapped. Margin is just the money you're putting up on an open trade. So it's basically like your skin in the game, right? So leverage is your capital, you're growing. So like, let's say like a broker or your prop firm, it lets you borrow to control a bigger position, okay? So for example, with like a 1 to 100 leverage, that's like $100 controls $10,000 worth of market exposure. But here's the thing, leverage cuts both ways. It can amplify your profits, but it can just as easily wipe you out if you're not managing risk. And that's why we're gonna go over risk management in this video, okay? So remember, leverage isn't power, it's pressure without discipline, and without discipline, it will crush you. Trust me, when I used to trade on live accounts, this would literally kill me. I used to blow my live accounts, let's say 4 years ago or something like that. I used to just trade live accounts. Now I just trade prop firms, and going over a prop firm too, right? It's that, like, for an example, for the live accounts, like you have 1 to 100 leverage or something like that. It matters on what your broker lets you do. But again, for like a prop firm account nowadays, let's say you have a 50K account, right? People think that they're trading with $50,000. You're not trading with $50,000. You're trading with the leverage of, like, you have $50,000, right? Like you can enter in positions the equivalent of having $50,000, but you're really trading with the amount of drawdown they give you, or the trailing drawdown. Me, for example, with the 50K Apex account, they give you $2,500 of trailing drawdown. Once you get past that, then you can start building your account and start building your profits up. So again, with prop firms, if you have a 50K or 100K account, you are not trading with $50,000. You are not trading with $100,000. You're trading with the leverage to be able to trade like you have $100,000 or $50,000, but you have the capability of, like, you're trading with, let's say, $2,500 on a 50K account, right? That's your drawdown. Or a 100K account, I think it's 5,000 or something like that. I'm not really sure, but again, yeah. Write down the bullet points on the left side in your notes. If you want to write down the paragraph, you guys can, totally up to you. But again, I'd write this down in your notes, pause the video, and make sure you guys understand what margin and leverage is before you skip forward to the next slide. Next thing I want to go over is how to calculate your risk. This is very important once you go, if you're going to be trading a live account or a prop firm account. If you are a beginner trader, I recommend first starting out with prop firm accounts, right? Because worst case scenario, you blow an eval account and you can restart, and it's way cheaper than just putting $5,000 into a live account and all of a sudden just blowing it, because once you blow your money, you ain't getting it back. Okay? I wish I started off with this. I wish I knew about prop firms back then. But when I first started trading, again, you guys know the whole story. I got lucky with Dogecoin. I put all that money into a live account. Ended up losing most of it. Pretty much lost all of it. Then I sold my dirt bike. Lost all that. I opened up another couple live accounts. Lost all that. I quit trading for a little bit. And then I discovered prop firm accounts. So I recommend starting with prop firm accounts, because again, it can actually show you to be disciplined. It can show you how to follow rules. And it can show you that you can blow your money within seconds if you trade wrong, or minutes and stuff like that. You can literally blow your money. And I'd rather you just blow an eval account when you're first starting out instead of blowing your live funds that you work hard for every single day. Going over how to calculate risk. When it comes to risk, the first thing I do personally, again, all this stuff I'm teaching you is personally my experience in the markets. If you want to take my advice, that is totally up to you. I'm not a financial advisor. I'll say that a million times. This is just my journey, and I'm trying to help as many people as possible if you want to follow along. So decide how much I'm willing to lose per trade. If I'm trading a live account, I don't trade live accounts anymore. I'll say that right now, but this is what you should honestly probably do if you're trading with a live account. So if you're trading with a live account, I usually risk around 1 to 2% per trade, and I follow a 2-trade rule every single day. That's me personally. That means if I lose one trade, I could take one more. But if I lose both, I am done for the day. Listen to this. Remember this. Write it down in your damn notebook. Stop over trading. Stop going on tilt. Set an amount of trades you can take per day. Follow that. Once you hit it, shut off your computer. Be done for the day and come back later and reevaluate your trades. If I lose both, I'm done for the day. And if I win one, I'm also done for the day. That's discipline, right? So from prop firm accounts, I base my risk off of total drawdown. So for example, this is going to be different than a live account. For example, if I have a 50K Apex account, which I personally do right now, with a $2,500 trailing drawdown, I'll risk around $150 to $200 per trade. This is when I'm on the funded account, okay? I'll risk around $150 to $200 per trade, and that gives me around a 13 to 16 trade losing streak that I can go on in a row before I blow the accounts. That helps me manage risk smartly and stay consistent. Another thing that helps me with is not going on tilt, because I know I have plenty of other trades I can lose. If you're losing 10, 13, 16 trades in a row, there's something wrong with your strategy. There's something wrong with you as a trader. You need to fix your strategy. You need to fix something in your trading if that's happening, right? The most amount of trades that I've lost so far in a row, I think was around 6 trades. And again, it sucks. It's terrible, but I still could have lost freaking maybe 10 more with the way I risk. And that's plenty. That's plenty. And if you're targeting 1 to 2s, right, you're going to be getting that money back quicker than you're losing it. So me, in my opinion, the way I trade, especially on these prop firm accounts on Apex, especially with multiple accounts, I'll be risking $150 to $200 per trade, target my 1 to 2, and try and build past that buffer and start scaling up once I can start building more profits on top of that buffer. Right? The buffer stops after $2,500. That's personally what my prop firm does, but you can build up to 20 accounts. You can't do that in any other prop firms. If you can build up to 20 accounts and you're making $200 to $400 per account, whatever the math is on that, 4 times 2 is 8. That's like $8,000. I think that's right. We'll see. I don't know. I look like an idiot or not, but I think that's right. It's like an $8,000 trade, which is crazy with multiple accounts. So why are you trying to rush to just get a payout and prove your point to people on social media and stuff like that? It doesn't make sense to me. Slow and steady will win the race at the end. Be patient, be disciplined, follow a system for a long term, and the money will start to flow in the long term. So when calculating position size, I look how many points I'm risking. So if my stop loss is 30 points, I'll usually just put it into ChatGPT and just be like, in ChatGPT, I'll type, I'm risking 40 points with 5 micro E-minis on NQ. How much risk is that? It'll usually give you the risk. Then you determine the risk before the trade. You should be lining up your trade before you even enter it. You'll see how much you'll be risking. You'll target your 1 to 2. Boom, you'll know how much you're risking, and then you'll be good to go. Write this down in your notes. Everything I'm teaching you guys, write this down in your notes. I did bullet points on the side for you if you just want to write down the bullet points. But again, this is good information as beginners, and you'll literally become a better trader in the future if you just trust me, take down these notes, and just take your time and learn. Okay, just learn. Learn how to trade. Stop focusing on the money right now and learn how to trade. So prop firms versus live accounts. I'm going to go over the pros and the cons versus prop firms and live accounts, especially for you beginner traders. So when it comes to prop firms versus live accounts, both have their advantages and really depend on where you are in your trading journey. Prop firms give you access to large amounts of capital, but they come with strict rules, trailing drawdowns, and payout splits. You're basically playing by their system, which can add pressure with your evaluations and deadlines. On the other hand, live accounts give you full control of your money and your rules. You decide the drawdown, the risk, and you keep 100% of your profits, but the flip side of this is your capital is on the line. So while prop firms help you scale faster, live accounts build true independence. Prop firms give you opportunity, live accounts give you freedom. The whole point of me personally trading on a prop firm account right now, for you guys to trade on a prop firm account right now, should be to build capital up as a trader, to learn how to trade, to learn how to be disciplined, to learn how to be patient, to learn how to follow your rules. That's why you should be trading on prop firms before going into live accounts, right? The main goal at the end of the day as a trader should be to trade your own money, your own live account, because there's no rules. You can't get denied payouts. There's a bunch of stuff that's going to be a lot better at the end of the day once you become more of a professional trader. But if you're in the beginning of your journey, or you don't have the capital, like you don't have $500,000 to just put into a live account and risk, prop firms can be good for that, to help build up capital, help get you monthly income to start funding your live account, and then you can use your prop firm accounts and your live account that's being built on the side. Use the prop firm money to put into your live account, or you could put half of the prop firm money from your payouts into a live account, save the rest, put the rest in the other account, and build both at the same time. Get monthly income from the prop firms and also grow your live account at the same time, and take your time. But the overall goal at the end of the day should be to activate a live account, trade with your own live funds, because at the end of the day, you don't have to follow prop firm rules. You can't get denied payouts. You can keep 100% of your money, even though I think Apex is 90-10 split, which is still pretty good. But again, you just don't have to focus on rules and payouts and all that stupid stuff. So at the end of the day, you should be working towards a live account. But if you are a beginner trader and you don't have the capital, I recommend starting off with prop firms and just taking your time, learning how to trade, and take your time over a couple of years. It's not going to take a couple of months. It's not going to take a year. It's going to take time to become a good trader. You need to get experience in the markets, and you need to learn, okay? Write this down in your notes also. I put a thing on the right side of the picture. You can literally write that down in your notes. It shows you what prop firms and live accounts are, the capital, the risk, the drawdown, the payouts, and the pressure. Write that down in your notes, and study that, and that should help you out a little bit, okay? Why most traders blow their live accounts. I wanted to go over this in this slide or in this slideshow or this video because you guys are going to start probably trying to study a strategy after this whole entire thing is over, after the 7 videos are over, and I just want to put this into your brain as much as possible, especially psychology-wise and stuff like that. So why most traders blow accounts? They over leverage. Most traders, when you start out, you guys are going to over leverage. You're so focused on the money. You want to make as much money as quick as possible. You see on social media that these people are telling you you're going to make millions or hundreds of thousands of dollars in the next month or 2 months. They're going to teach you how. That's not the real reality of trading. I learned that the hard way. I'm telling you from experience. If you don't want to listen to me, that is totally up to you. You can learn the hard way and lose your money, but I'm telling you, take your time, stop over leveraging, and just trust the process of learning how to trade. It's like anything else in life. You're not going to be, let's say, I was a wrestler in college, right? If you guys weren't a wrestler, you've never been a wrestler before, and you tried to step onto a college mat as a D1 athlete, as a wrestler, you would get your ass whooped. Like, seriously. Even after a month of training, 2 months of training, 3 months of training, you will get your ass whooped. You're not going to become a national champion within a month or 2 months or a year or even 2 years of wrestling, right? It's the same thing with trading. It's the same thing with business. It's the same thing with playing sports. It's the same thing with that's hard. Anything that's hard in life. You have to just put the real reality of life in your brain and notice that, hey, you need to put in time, you need to put in effort, you need to study hard, you need to train hard, you need to go back and back test and spend hours and hours and hours on trying to get better every day. You need to journal. You need to do a bunch of stuff to become a good trader in the future. I've been doing this stuff for 6 years. I've been trading futures for 3 years. I'm still not even close to where I want to be. And again, your journey could be different than mine, and it's going to be different than mine, but I just want to show you the real truth and real reality of this shit. It's not going to happen overnight, and you need to put in a lot of work and a lot of effort, because if it was that easy, everybody would do this job for a living, because it's literally the best job in the world, in my opinion. So I'm going to put that in your brain now. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just trying to show you the real reality of this shit. And again, it's going to take time. So don't over leverage. Take your time. Learn the skill. Master the skill. Have fun with it at first. Treat it like it's like as a side job for now, something you're trying to learn, and you're getting ready to just keep preparing and preparing and preparing. And when the day comes and you start to become a good trader, all that studying and time will be worth it. I promise. Just stop focusing on the money. Stop over leveraging. Stop rushing the process, and keep trying to get better. Try and be 1% better than yourself every single day. And I'm telling you, slow growth adds up over time. A lot of people don't want to hear that, but if you don't want to hear that, maybe trading isn't for you, because it's going to require a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of studying, a lot of time, and it's going to fucking suck for a while. I'm going to be honest with you with that. You're going to lose money in the beginning of this journey, but that's how you learn. So again, don't over leverage. Next thing, no stop loss. If you guys are not using a stop loss, and I've seen many people do this before, even good traders, if you're not using a stop loss, you are going to get wrecked in this market. You have to use a stop loss. A stop loss is there to protect your capital. That's why we place our stop losses. Yeah, you might get stop hunted, your stop loss might get hit, and price might go up, but you set a stop loss because if price goes past that point, it usually means you were wrong. And we set a stop loss to protect our accounts, to protect our capital, and to not blow our accounts. If you're not setting a stop loss, even if you win a trade that's going to build bad habits, you have to learn to place a stop loss just so you don't blow your accounts and just react off of emotion. If you're not placing a stop loss, you don't have an overall game plan, and you're reacting off emotion, and you're going to blow your account at the end of the day. That is not going to work in the long run. I promise you that. It might work once or twice or a couple times, but that's going to build bad habits, and that is not good in the long term for your trading journey. Revenge trading. This is something you beginner traders are going to deal with for a long time. I still deal with it today, but again, I walk away now, right? I have a 2-trade rule. If I lose 2 trades that have to be done, I shut off my computer. I come back to my computer after the gym or something, and then I reevaluate when my head is clear. Revenge trading is the one thing that stops people in the future from becoming a good trader, because they can't control themselves, okay? And that's emotion. Stop revenge trading. You're going to deal with it in the beginning of your journey, or the first year, or maybe even 2 years, who knows. But revenge trading is one of the hardest things I even had to overcome, and it's going to be something you might have to overcome. Might be different, you might not, but do not revenge trade. You need to stay disciplined, you need to stay consistent, and you need to stick to your rule system that you set in place every single day, regardless if you lose money. When you come into the markets, you should not have the mindset that you need to make money. I need to get a payout to quit my job. I need to do this. I need to do that. If you have that mindset, you are going to get cooked in the long run. Do not revenge trade. It's easier said than done. It's going to be hard, but I promise, set a rule system for yourself. 2 trades, 3 trades, whatever it is, whatever works best for you. 1 trade, and when it gets hit, please just leave. Even if it's an amount of money, let's say if it's $500, if you lose $500 in the day, you have to be done. Follow your rule system. I'm telling you, that's going to keep you from the bad days of blowing your accounts in the future, in the long term, and I just promise you that is good advice. Please write that down in your notebook, and please trust me on that. Revenge trading is one of the hardest things to overcome in trading, in my opinion. opinion. And most people do it because they crash out. They want to pass their account as quick as possible. They want to get a payout. They want to post a payout on social media, and they'll revenge trade. And the worst thing is they'll be about to blow their account and they'll revenge trade and they'll end up making money, and they'll think that's a good thing, which builds bad habits again. But you have to remember not to revenge trade. Cool? What the next one? No risk plan. If you don't have risk management in this game, you will not survive long term. Yes, you can pass an account in a day. Yes, you can get a payout in a day. You can get your account past the buffer. But if you do not have a risk management plan, you will not last in the long term. Please make a risk management plan that works best for you, whether it's risking $500 per trade, $200 per trade, based on your drawdown, whatever it is. Whatever makes you comfortable of what you can risk per trade. You can't just full pour every single day and expect to just become rich overnight. Even if it does happen, that is not going to last in the long term. You'll end up losing all of your money. So please develop a risk management plan, and it'll help you in the long term. Next thing, emotional decisions. This is another hard one. Everybody's going to deal with this. You're going to deal with it till the day you die, probably, in trading. Emotions never go away. We're human. It's part of life. It's part of trading. But you need to try and avoid these emotions. You have to learn how to develop your system and stick to that system. Stay disciplined. Stick to your rules. Stay patient and just follow that system. And I promise you, that'll help you out in the long term. Yes, some days you might get emotional and do some stupid things, but you should know when to walk away and get away from the computer system when you're not in the right headspace. Get away if you are not thinking straight, if something bad is happening in your life, if your girlfriend broke up with you, if someone died, I don't know. And again, I'm sorry if that, I don't want to say that. It's terrible. But again, if you are not in the correct headspace and you are emotional and you are going to try and trade, please do not trade that day. Walk away from the charts, paper trade, because if your emotions start getting all intact and you just start going red, you're just going to start doing stupid things and you're not going to operate based off your system and based off your strategy. You're just going to start clicking a button with emotion, and that's not a good thing to do. The markets hunt people like that, and it'll take your money, and it doesn't care what's going on in your life. It doesn't care if you need money. It doesn't care if someone or something happened in your life. Just remember, emotions will kill you in trading. You have to learn how to stick to a system, follow your rules, keep your edge. Find your edge in trading and keep that edge and follow that system so you can keep that edge. And whenever you are emotional, you have to learn to look yourself in the mirror and just walk away and know that there's another trading day after that. There's another trading week after that, another trading month. The markets aren't going anywhere. Just be smart. If you are emotional, take the week off and just do not trade. Treating prop firm rules like personal goals instead of business limits. People will treat prop firms like it's just like that they're personal goals, right? Let's say you need to make $2,000 to get a payout. That'll be their personal goal. They'll focus on that and they'll be blind to it. They need to get that $2,000 payout. They need to get past the threshold. They need to just get there as quick as possible so they can prove a point. Do not do that. Prop firms want you to do that. They put these rules in place so you guys can treat those as goals and just rush the process to get there. When you start these accounts, when you're on live funded accounts, follow your system. Grow slowly. Be patient. Follow your system. I've said it 10 times in this video already. Slow growth will always beat the people who rush. Okay? Even the people that rush, you might see them succeeding and you might see them doing good, but again, their emotions are probably shit. They crash out all the time. They're rushing the process just because they need the money. Those people are not going to last in the long term. Okay? Get away from that. Focus on yourself, focus on your system, and focus on slow growth. I know you don't want to hear that, and I know you want to get rich right away. Trust me, I used to deal with the same thing. I literally cut everybody out of my life that would just mess up with my brain with that. When you hear people saying they need this, they need that, they need to have that, they need to get this payout, that'll mess up your brain. Just focus on yourself, focus on your goals, focus on slow growth. There's no rush to get a payout. Just because you get a payout does not mean you are profitable. You have to show a year's worth or 6 months worth of data to see how your system works, what your win rate is, your overall profit factor and stuff like that, your risk to reward. Go off of that data. Take your time, and if you see that in 6 months or a year that it's profitable, you know what you need to follow. Yeah, it might take longer to get to the point that these people are rushing and getting to again, but they're going to end up blowing their accounts in the future. Take your time, follow your system, and you'll be able to size up once you get there and your accounts are grown, right? That's what I'm personally working on right now, and I'm going to prove that over time. But you'll grow your accounts and you'll have way less stress. You won't crash out. Your emotions are going to be in check. You'll be able to follow your rule system, and you'll be able to risk more per trade and start making crazy monthly income once you slowly build that buffer up over time. That slow growth will always beat those people who rush in the long term. Discipline and patience will always win at the end of the day. Follow discipline and patience, follow your system, and just keep growing slowly. Do the right things and literally, slow profits add up over time when you're doing the right things. And trust me with that. I've seen it in wrestling, I've seen it in life, and I'm starting to see it in trading, and I'm going to prove that over time, okay? Another thing is, write this down in your journal, write it down on your whiteboard, write it down on your wall. You don't blow accounts because of bad trades, you blow them because of bad habits. Remember that. I'm telling you it's going to happen multiple times. Just remember that right there. Once you start becoming better as a trader, you're going to start blowing accounts because of emotion, over leveraging, all this stuff, revenge trading, no risk, no stop loss. All this stuff is going to happen in your trading journey, guys. I'm not saying it's not gonna, but just remember we said it here and put it in your notes so you can realize it and look yourself in the mirror and fix these problems so you can grow quicker and just overall avoid these problems when you see them happening, okay? Write these down in your notes. Remember these. It's going to happen in your trading journey, especially you guys are beginners. It's part of trading. It's how you get better. Just remember, don't be hard on yourself. Look yourself in the mirror. Try and notice these things. And once you guys start checking these boxes off one at a time and getting better and better and better, I'm telling you, you'll start to succeed more and more as a trader. And those slow, steady steps, they're going to keep adding up over time compared to the people who just rush to the top and then they just freaking crash and then they're nowhere to be seen again. Okay? The long term, the whole point of our trading here is longevity and doing this for a living. Not to get a payout, not to prove a point to people on social media. You have nothing to prove. I have nothing to prove to you. You have nothing to prove to anybody. Just keep taking your time, keep building, master the skill, and I'm telling you, the slow profits will add up over time and you'll become a good trader in the long term. Final message. This is a little bit of a quicker one, but again, this is good information. I'm telling you, this is good information. Just trust me. Trading is survival first, profit second. Write that down in your notes. Stop focusing on the money. Stop trying to get rich right away. Start focusing on survival first, protecting your capital and doing the right things every single day instead of how quick can I make $1 million or $100,000 or $10,000 payout. Stop focusing on that. Focus on the skill, please. I know it's stupid to say because again, I used to hear that too in the beginning of my journey, even halfway through my journey. So I was always so focused on the money, but when you do the right things, the money will flow over time. Master risk equals mastering longevity. We're focusing on longevity here. Patience is key in this game. When you master risk, when you master your strategy, when you master patience, when you master discipline, when you master yourself, you will start to become a better trader in the long term. We're focusing on longevity here, not just a payout, not how much I can make every day, not how much money I can make a year. Focus on the skill and the money will flow if you do the right things. Whether it's a prop firm or a live account, the real edge is discipline. Discipline, 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 discipline. Be disciplined in life and be disciplined in trading, okay? I know it sounds stupid, but discipline is going to take you a long way in trading. It's going to take you a long way in life, and trust me, you will start to learn that as you get better as a trader. Stay disciplined, and again, I've already said it 10, 20 times. Just stay disciplined, follow your rules, follow your strategy, follow your overall long-term game plan, and focus on the slow growth, and it will help you in the long term, okay? Your goal isn't to win every trade. It's to stay in the game long enough to win big. Write that down in your journal. Write that down in your notes, on your whiteboard, whatever, and just follow that, okay? You'll thank me in the long term. You'll thank me in the long road, I promise. But your goal isn't to win a trade every single day, guys. Come into the markets with wanting to learn. Wanting to learn to see what the markets are going to do. Stop letting the money control you. And I know that sounds stupid to say, and it took me years to learn that. I'm finally coming across that too. Stop focusing on the money. Focus on just becoming better as a person and a trader, and the money will flow over time if you're doing the right things. That's the end of this video. And again, I'm just trying to help as many people out there as possible. I'm showing you my journey. I'm showing you the truth of my journey, the ups, the downs, the bad, the good, whatever it is. But I'm just trying to show you the truth of my journey. If you guys want to follow along, and girls, if you want to follow along with it, that is totally up to you. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just trying to become a better trader, a better person, and just help as many people as possible along the journey, okay? This stuff is just experience in the markets that I've had on my journey. I'm going to get more experience in the future, and I'm going to keep getting content out there for you guys and girls. But again, this is good information, especially for beginner traders to understand. You might not understand it now, but you will in the future. Just make sure you write it down, study it, and just keep growing every single day. Anybody could do this stuff, but it's going to require you to do a lot of work, a lot of studying, a lot of back testing, a lot of forward testing, a lot of losing money, a lot of pain. It's just like anything else that's hard in life. There's a reason things are hard in life, and most people can't do them because they give up at a certain point, and you're going to get to that point in trading, I promise. And you might not want to hear that. It's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows, but you're going to get to the point whether this is either you want to do it for a living or not, and you're going to have to make that decision for yourself, okay? So again, hopefully this helps some of you guys out there, the people who actually listen and watch these videos. And yeah, this is my journey for you. I'm just going to try and keep telling you guys the truth every single day, show you my journey, and just help you guys along the journey as well. So again, appreciate everybody's like and subscribe. This is video number 4, I'm pretty sure. We got a couple more videos to go. But hopefully this video helps you guys. If you use Apex, if you use Alpha Futures, the description will be down in the description down below. There'll be a discount code for you guys to use when they're running a discount. If you want to click that and use that, that'd be very helpful. And again, totally up to you at the end of the day. But like and subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you in the next video. All right, peace out.